Well, the other day we worked on just simplifying rational expressions. So today we're going to continue that process with multiplying and dividing rational expressions. So when you're multiplying rational expressions, like we did yesterday where we factored completely the top and the bottom of one fraction, we're going to do the same thing but with all the tops and all the bottoms separately, and then anything on top can try to reduce with anything on bottom. So I've got, a single term is not going to factor 16x to the 4th. X plus 5 can't factor. The bottom, 8x to the 6th, that's not going to factor. The top, I'm going to try to factor that into two parentheses. If x plus 5 is not one of them, it's not going to reduce with anything else because there's no GCF to reduce either. X plus 5 and x minus 2 are going to be the factors. Okay. Now I try to reduce. Now when I do this, I usually like to reduce parentheses. Now obviously I can put that in parentheses. So the x plus 5 with the x plus 5, on top, on bottom, I can reduce. The 16 and the 8, single terms without addition or subtraction, can reduce. 1 and 2, 8 went into both. X to the 4 and x to the 6, that's gone, and that becomes x to the 2nd. I've done everything I can here, so my final answer here, on top I have a 2, everything else is 1s except for an x minus 2. On bottom, I have just x squared. And there's my answer, 2, x minus 2 over x squared. Now each of these you can try on your own prior to us starting, but I want to show you at least one of each multiply and divide before you did that. When you have division, first thing, I always put this over 1 so it's a fraction. Second, dividing fractions, always you can change the division to multiplication and you take the reciprocal of the one after the division sign, not before. So you can factor as you go, or you can factor it after the case, which is what I'm going to do in this time. So 4x minus 6 over 4x. You want to reduce that 4x and the 4x. You can't do it. This is part of an addition or subtraction. Times, change to multiply, and take the reciprocal, 1 over 2x minus 3. I want to factor out a GCF if I can here, so that would be a 2x minus 3, a 2 and then a 2x minus 3 is what I meant, for x, 1 over 2x minus 3. Now it doesn't have to be in parentheses, but you know it's all part of the same thing. The 2x minus 3 with the 2x minus 3 can reduce. The 2 with the 4, not part of it in multiplication, addition or subtraction. So all I have left here is a 1 over 2x. There's my final answer. Here's your next problem. See what you can do. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I can see this is not the way I want it, so I'm going to rewrite it before I do anything else. Negative x squared minus x plus 2. I still don't like that. I want it an x squared. So I pulled out a negative 1 plus x minus 2. Now I like it. So I'm going to put a line through each of these so I don't look at those when I'm working trying to find the answer. I've got division, so I'm going to change that by multiplying the reciprocal. So I've got x squared plus 2x minus 3, x squared minus 2x plus 1 times, this one's going on top, negative 1, x squared plus x minus 2. Now again, you could be factoring these as you flipped it, but just on the safe side, I'm not doing that yet, but you could. X squared plus 5x plus 6. Again, you could be factoring these as you go along. I just didn't do it yet. All right, so I'm going to factor this one. X plus x minus. 3 and 1. That gives us our middle term of 2. I've done everything there good. Well, I should say. I have x minus and x minus this time. 1 and 1. Got what I want. Over here, I've got a negative 1 and then 2 parentheses. X plus x minus multiplies to 2, differs by 1, 2 and 1. That gets me my positive 1 in the middle. And finally, x plus 2 and 3. All right. Now I can go through and start reducing where possible. A lot of options to reduce. All right, I'm going to reduce x minus 1 with x minus 1. X plus 3, x plus 3. X plus 2, x plus 2. X minus 1, x minus 1. Make sure that it's 1 on top and 1 on bottom. If they're both on top, it's not going to reduce with each other. Because you can't reduce this x minus 1 with that one. They're both on top. When I look through, I've got a bunch of 1s and this negative 1. Everything else is a 1 multiplied together. Negative 1 is our final answer. Maybe I should do that. All right, there's your final answer. Wow, what a problem. Well, I'm going to do little bits at a time as I rewrite it. Like, I'm going to factor out a GCF as I rewrite it. I may have to reduce the size of this because it's really long. In fact, I'm even going to write with a skinnier, no, that's not what I want. I want to write with something skinnier. So here I can factor out an x squared. That leaves me with 2y minus x. I can't factor out anything there. A to the third minus 27b to the third. I can factor out nothing there. Let's do that in a different color. X to the third plus 8y to the third. I can not factor out anything there. X squared minus 4y squared. Now remember, this time I'm going to flip this over because of division. I can see that's only 3 terms, and I can factor out a y to the third. An x to the third. That's going to be x squared minus 2xy plus 4y squared. On the bottom, now this is 4 terms. There's no GCF, so I'm going to do the first part of the group factoring. I'm going to pull out an a, and that leaves me with x minus 2y. Oops. And then I'm going to pull out a negative 3b, and that leaves me with x minus 2y. All right. Boy, by changing the size of the thickness of the line, it really gave me more room to work with. All right, now, lot of work here. The first one, I can't do anything with. X squared, 2y minus x. This This is going to have to be along the line. That's a difference of cubes. Wow, it's been a while since we did difference of cubes. That's A minus 3B. There's my A and my B. 3B is the B of my A cubed minus B cubed thing. And then it should be the A being squared plus A times B. So A times 3B is 3AB. And then plus the 3B squared, so plus 9B to the second. Whew! All right. I need some other colors here. Okay. So times, now I'm going to do the blue. This is sum of cubes. X plus 2y. And then I take the x and square it, minus these two multiplied together, 2xy, plus 2y squared, as in 2y times 2y, 4y to the second. On the bottom, that's difference of squares. That's x plus 2y, x minus 2y. And finally, let's pick another color. On the top, that is x to the third. Can I factor that? No, I don't. Wait. Why is that? Okay. Oh, I forgot to flip it over. Darn it. I have to redo this. I apologize. I forgot to flip it over. Let's see if I can move stuff. Yes. I apologize. All that should be up here. Remember, divide, flip it over, right? You got to put this on top and that on bottom. Darn it! I apologize for messing that up on you. Let me see if I can move enough stuff out of the way so I can erase this properly. To erase that part. So I can extend that line, and then I can put this stuff back where it belongs. That's going on the bottom now. Wow, I hate it when I make a mistake, but it's easy to make mistakes. So don't beat yourself up, but yeah, stuff happens. All right. So now I'm working on the bottom. I don't think that factors. Multiplies to 4, differs by 2. I'm not going to come up with anything. So it's x squared minus 2xy plus 4y squared. I knew there was something wrong with it on top. Now I'm going to factor out the x minus 2y's. And that leaves me with a minus 3b. Wow. I'm glad most of you are going to see this in class, and I hope I don't make that mistake in class. See, I'm trying to do too much at once. That's one of the reasons why I usually flip it over and then try to factor. Because it's easy to lose track of what you're trying to do. All right. I believe I have factored everything I can already. So now it's reducing time. I need a different color. How about that one? All right, so let's see if I can find something to reduce. And I want it skinny. So, let's see. 2y minus x. Do I have another? No, I don't. How about x squared minus 2xy plus 4y squared? And the same down here. So this cancels with this one. That's a big one. A minus 3b, a minus 3b. All right, that's gone. X minus 2y, x minus 2y. Awesome. That's gone. The x squared and the x to the third. what's left? Oh, x plus 2y and x plus 2y. That first equation only has an x in the bottom. The other, everything. That one, I'm pretty close to done. So I've got, let's see, other than 1's on top, this is the only thing not factored out on top. So 2y minus x. And on bottom, I've got the x. And this expression, a squared plus 3ab plus 9b squared. Now, I'll just make sure all of that is in a color that's a little easier to see. That's a little easier to see. And there is your final answer. From that to that. Quite a difference. It's not super small, but it's a lot smaller than it was. All right, last problem. Top divided by bottom. Sometimes it's going to be written this way, and that's the same as x squared minus 6x plus 8 over 4x minus 12 divided by x squared plus 5x minus 14 over 3 minus x. Well, much easier this way, but it could be done the other way, but that's sometimes how it's written. In this one, multiply, reciprocal. I am going to factor out GCFs if there are any. Oop, and I can pull a 4 out of there. X minus 3, all right. This one, I would really like it to be through x minus 3, not 3 minus x, so I'm going to pull out a negative 1. Remember, that's going on top. X minus 3. If you factor out a negative, it changes the order of subtraction with a binomial. On the top, x squared plus 5x minus 14. Now, I'm going to factor these trinomials. X minus, x minus. 4 times 2 is 8 and adds up to 6. 4x minus 3. Negative 1, x minus 3. And this, x plus x minus 7 and 2. All right. Let's see. X minus 3 with x minus 3. X minus 2, x minus 2. That's it. All right. What I have left on top is a negative 1 and an x minus 4. What I have left on bottom is a 4 and an x plus 7. And there you have it, your answer. That is as far as we can go. The remaining problems on that worksheet are your homework. And that is it for today. Yep. Have a good day.